Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. I'm Count Christo and this is the Once More with Feeling campaign in Black Ice. We are just wrapping up the Spanish Civil War and I've spoken to the Black Ice devs and the wonderful chaps have told me that yes, this does not give you 1000 fuel production per steel mill because that would indeed be completely overpowered. It's just flat. So this seems like a garbage focus. Like it's just absolutely horrendously bad, so we're not doing that. I don't think that's worth it either. I don't think that's worth it either. So I think we're going to not touch like any of these. I think all of this is just going to stay hidden away behind here. I mean, this one, maybe. The synthetic, the flat synthetic output is pretty good. So those two we might do, but we'll see how it works out. Ah, so falls. Barcelona, rather. We're going with the proper pronunciation here. Good. Now they have no supply in there, even the Soviets, so they're going to start ticking down. Exquisite. 20 naval experience, probably not enough to build our... Let's find out how much experience do we actually need to build our cruiser. And do we want to build cruisers, or do we want to build pocket battleships, which I'm told is what that actually translates to. Or what that means, at least. I don't know if that's what it translates to. Well, I'm still not really sure what the difference is. Is possibly the armor? This is the hull. Okay, here we go. Armor. So we currently have this interwar armor. Well, that's not giving an armor value. Oh, there we go. Modular armor. Okay, so we can have between 38 and 150 belt armor, and you can get. What's the difference here? Oh, thicker deck armor. Okay, so we can have 14.4 is the max we can get on the pocket battleship. Now, how about the cruiser? If we put this interwar armor design, it's the same. Okay. I'll just, you know what? Yeah, let's just ask the devs. When you don't know, let's just get a definitive answer. Here we go. All right, save as. Dumb. Okay, here. What is the difference here? I can't seem to see a stat difference. Alright, we'll see if they get back to me on that one. I know they're online right now. But if we wanted to design our thing, and let's assume we based it off the cruiser hull, a fast, nippy little torp cruiser is what we're trying to build here. So what does it have to have? Engine, armor layout and design, armor, fire control, and main battery. Okay, well, main battery, it's going to have a relatively small main battery. We'll probably go with an 8-gun main battery. And it's going to be relatively low caliber. Yeah, very low caliber, not very many guns. And then in terms of armor design, so we've got improved, early improved interwar. Obviously, we'll go with interwar for now. What else does it need? Engine, armor, fire control. So fire control, obviously, we'll go with the best one. Engine. Now, this is a big question. Let's give it the armor first. How thick do we make our torpedo cruiser armor? Well, what's the cost difference? If we gave it the thickest of the thickest, it costs 1,600. If we give it, let's say, the weakest, it costs half as much. Less than half as much. The middling one costs almost the same as the max. Almost exactly the same. Probably a speed difference. Let's give it an engine and then look at the speed difference. What kind of steam do we want? What kind of engine do we want? I think diesel is the best. It just uses more fuel. Let's look at the 10,000 horsepower for comparison. This is giving us 23.8 knots at a fuel use of 6.5. This is giving us a 23 knots at 8.5. Ho-hum. This is actually less fuel usage. Okay. Was it slower? No, it was faster. Okay, I guess steam expansions are bad. What about turbines? Oh, these are freaking huge. Oh, no, they're just in the other order. Why are they not in order? Okay, there we go. That uses less. For more speed. Why is this not just strictly better? Devs say the first one has better range, which is false. The range is identical. Can they fit the same things? Up to 4,000 on extreme. Up to 4,000 on extreme. Okay, the modules. It is the modules. Okay, yeah, the pocket battleship can fit secondary batteries. I think that's the only difference. Unless these are different. Additional, 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 additional. Additional, 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 additional. Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, that's good to know. Good to know the difference. We'll probably go with a Panzerschleuch then, because I would like a dual-purpose secondary, ideally. We don't actually have a dual-purpose secondary, so we probably won't then. We'll probably just go with one of these. Now, in terms of engines... This just seemed just better, doesn't it? It's faster. Let's look at strength and stuff like that and reliability. Deck size, minus 40%. Well, we aren't a carrier, so I don't think I care about that. Strength 19. Fuel use 6.1. Okay, and if we gave it a diesel, same size, more fuel use, same speed, higher strength. Okay. Well, I think we go with the weaker engine. I think we give it the steam turbine engine for the fuel consumption down. But it's going to be a larger engine than that. How fast do we want it? I love the idea of just a stupid fast battleship cruiser that can just disengage at will. So why don't we put like a stonking great 60,000 horsepower in here and work from there. I'm going to go with advance. I think we might give it God armor. It does kill the speed. What about 113mm armor? It's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. It's very expensive though. And then the main battery, we were going with a 6-gun interwar with low caliber. What else does it need? A fire control system. So we need 26 to actually begin building this. Let's throw on some other modules and see if this horsepower actually is going to sustain us. I think 31 is probably high enough. Probably. You can't actually change the hull form, so I don't know why that's there. Maybe you can later on. In terms of anti-air, we're going to want a lot, I think. Well, no, because this isn't going to be operating near the coast. So maybe just a small anti-air battery would do. What's the difference between these? The caliber, right. And we've got the early and then the interwar. We probably want high caliber. How expensive is this? See, this is cheap. We should go with good. Yeah, no, it's cheap. Let's put 8 high caliber anti-air emplacements on this bad boy. Yeah. And then the anti-air fire control system we don't have. The fire control system we do have. We're going to go, obviously, with director fire. Range, it needs to be big. We're going to go with mad big. I think 30% higher fuel usage. Ouch. I think 3,000 is enough. Yeah, I think 3,000 is enough. We'll go with a long cruising radius. And this has dropped my speed a bit. We might want to go with a slightly larger engine. Now on this bit, this is where we come to the genius of this weapon. Oh god, you can't put torps on here? Okay, you can on some areas, good. What we're going to want, so obviously we'll put radar on, hopefully. It will need a aeroplane for sub detection. Actually, it doesn't look like it does need it. Because the detection is up, but it's not up a huge amount. We will need some depth charge stuff on board in case British subs engage us. They do start with a lot of subs. And then I think we're going to go with heavy torp launchers. But let's compare them. So if we went with these huge 10 times 610mm torps early version compared to normal torp launchers, we'll go with the early version because we're working on the improved heavy torps. 10 times, there it is. What's the difference here? Okay, these are... the heavy torps don't seem worth it to me. The fuel use is bad. The torpedo attack is higher, but not massively higher. Does the tech also give a direct bonus to the power of the torps? It doesn't. I think we're going to scrap the idea of using heavy torpedoes. They're just not... The improvement is not sufficient. From 15 to 17, it is good, but the cost increase is like 25, more than 25% for a what? A 15% damage increase? More? Like 18%? That's not good enough. Scrap heavy torpedo development. Go and work on getting me better close air support instead. That's actually ahead of time. Let's probably not do that. How about starting working on naval doctrine? Yeah, that seems valuable. Although we've got a lot of industry tech to do right now. In fact, it's 37. We should absolutely be getting electronic computing as a very high priority. So we'll be putting torp racks all the way along the top. Yeah, we'll go with, and we can use the improved, of course. Yeah, I think we're going to use this to absolutely annihilate them. I think this kind of torp attack is going to be unstoppable. And then it gets sonar and some anti-air stuff there. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so we need about 60 naval experience to actually make that happen. So let's start. Once we've actually got that, we will start construction of some of our very first torp, long-range torp raiding cruisers, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's going to be excellent. Fantastic. Should be great fun. We're struggling to break through here just because of those darn Soviet motorized. Well, as Sutzi said, hit them where they are not. We're going to try and encircle them by attacking in at the north. Yeah. Oh, or attacking immediately after they've just foolishly lost all their organization on me. See, that's why you don't purge your good officers, Soviets, because they don't have anyone around to tell you that was a terrible, terrible idea. Nice, broken them, and now we just send one guy in each direction, overrun them, wipe them out, drive them from the battlefield. Excellent. Marco Polo bridge incident has fired. Cutting in there. Nice. And yeah, we should instantly break them here, I would guess. Because they've got no orb at all. So we're going to be able to overrun them really, really quickly. Send these guys up to help, just in case. Yeah, there's some overruns, and we'll get some more as we... If we just bulldoze through here. I'm having some trouble box selecting at the moment. Not sure why. Okay, awesome. Getting up there on naval experience. Obviously, it's costing us fuel, and via fuel, it's costing us synthetic factories. Look at that. Overruns. Nice. Where is that? Where is it? I don't see very many manpower dead. I guess they had almost no one actually in the divisions. Nice. Alright, moving in here as well. Excellent. I suppose they didn't actually die in a battle, so maybe they don't show up in this valley. There we go. There was a relatively decent number. Okay, there's some hires down here. Yeah, Jesus. We've been really giving it to them, huh? Alright, now all that remains is Madrid. So let us go and head down here. We will obviously come from the direction that doesn't require us to cross a river. If at all possible. Nice. When you're strat redeploying your divisions, by the way, they should use less fuel. Because they're just moving around. Because you'd be able to like put them on trains and stuff, and they would be more efficient that way, rather than just driving them around the place on the inefficient tank engines. Alright. There's wood-fired engines. That's going to really help with the fuel situation, and we can immediately do the next one. Oh, that only helps with motorized infantry. Well, I mean, that's still useful. Now we've got the construction tech bonus, so let's grab the next one. Does have some downsides. All buildings up 3, and then military and dockyard down 2, which if you think about it means it's military and dockyard up 1, actually, and civilian factory up 5, and then everything else up 3. Nice. So, endless attacks and stopping attacks on Madrid. We could, and I think actually... won't. Take the time to go and eliminate these little guys that keep popping up. It would give us some experience, but I know you're not here for the volunteer fights, so we won't do that. The world tension has seriously declined. Everyone seems to be forgetting about my Rhineland action. That should give us 2 more civs. Nice. Very nice indeed. Next up, I do want the construction bonus. This requires all of the following. What does this require? Has political advisor Hermann Göring, but I do have Göring. Excuse me? It doesn't say... Oh, it does, actually. Has to be political advisor. Yeah, fair enough. Damn it. Alright, I guess I do want this stuff down here, because that production efficiency base is really good. And then there's also lots of good stuff down here. Damn it. We're going to have to reappoint Göring, turns out. But we'll save that for later. It's not the end of the world. This gives an event, which is probably good. Let's just test out, see what that event is, shall we? These guys are over here. I will let them get their planning bonus before I send them into the city. It's not a thing to be taken lightly, the invasion of another nation's capital city. So we will prepare accordingly. How are my planes coming along? 40 days. I'd love it. We're not producing as much political power as we once were, but I'd love it if we could get an aircraft designer. Oh, we never actually got that tank designer either. They do it for all bombers now. Nice. They've simplified this system. It used to be ridiculously complicated, where it like said the specific planes they would actually give bonuses to. We'll probably go with something that gives bonuses to our fighters. 5% lower cost. Lower. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Interceptors. No, it's... Excuse me. It's going to be fighters. Ugh. Sorry about the yawn. It's rather late, but I don't want to stop playing. Why would you ever choose this over this? This is just strictly better. Am I confused? Yes, I am. This doesn't apply to multi-role and naval patrol, but it's still much better because it applies to naval fighters as well as fighters. I don't know what a naval fighter is, actually. I don't think we're building any of those right now. What are these other modifiers we've got now? Battery output, nice. What's this one? That's the HQ modifier again, right? Cool. Lots of good stuff in here, giving lots of lovely bonuses. That's what we like to see. So, you guys, you planned up yet? They have indeed. Okay, next time these guys stop their attack, the Italians are engaged at the moment, actually. Let's join the Italians. They have some decent divisions at the start. There we go, all reinforced in. Oh, by the way, combat width works a little differently. It's 100 base and then plus 20 from each angle of attack, as opposed to Vanilla's 80 base plus 40 from each angle of attack. So it starts out higher, but it actually ends up lower at the very largest size battles in terms of attack directions. We're going to get them here, I think. The encirclement penalty is obviously really hurting them. We're losing like no organization against them because we're armored. Yeah, eventually that battle will go in our favor. But I'm in no hurry, because every day it doesn't end, we get army experience. So Japan is involved in an operation that will lead them inexorably towards war with China. We will be sending a large infantry detachment to help Japan. Oh, hello. Yugoslavia requests the sale of airplanes. Yes, I will absolutely send 25 of blank to the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. That will give us a... nice consumer goods bonus down to 20%. Wow, that's real good. Once we finish building these, we're going to start building some actual proper factories, including some synthetic oil refineries, no doubt. We are out of fuel. You guys can stand down. As soon as they do, we should see sizable fuel increase. We should also probably... We've got a fair amount of air experience. Let's recall the air volunteers. I don't want them to be using up our fuel anymore. There's the Panzerkampfwagen 2 next model. We will immediately switch to the production of them. Yes, please. Good. Next, research. Stab Panzers, not for just yet. It's 37. We could get better garrison training, but we're not using garrisons. Better radio. Introduce radio equipment into the following battalions: infantry, light infantry, and special forces. Yeah, well, I mean, We're going to have to do it eventually. Could do jets. We've got research ending soon. Fuel refining is ending one day after this one. There's nothing we really want to do after that. Resource gain efficiency is always good. Oh, yeah. That's what we want. Our stability is stable and high. 5% more output on each. Real nice. Although, I think I'm going to get the growth first. Right. Yeah, that sounds good. You are just, yeah, more volunteers to Republicans. Not a big deal. Battle going well. They are beginning to lose org now, but we've got them down to 1 division defending the city, so they should break pretty soon. Thus, ending the Spanish Civil War and opening us up to get some more army experience out of the situation, which, of course, is lovely jovely. So, you don't invent that before I've got my aircraft design. It looks like they're not gonna. Nice. Messerschmitt will take over. And there's the Spanish Civil War conclusion. Nice, just as we get Messerschmitt. So, our tanks are now winging their way home to us. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Which means we can... there is the end of the Spanish Civil War, just as we get this focus, which means we are now conveniently placed to immediately go with this one. Lessons from the Spanish campaign. A bunch of army experience, navy experience, and a lot of air experience, plus mountaineer bonuses as well. Very nice. If we capitulate Spain, or cause them to not exist, and we either control London or Gibraltar or Malta or Sinai. Oh, no, you have to control London to ally with Spain. Okay. And you have to control either Gibraltar, Malta, Sinai, or Cairo. Okay. Interesting. Probably not going to do that anytime soon, then, considering it requires us to take Cairo. I will just keep going for political power here. I think that's what I most want right now. The event that we got from our previous one, we have formed a national labour service to the factories or to help with building. All factories up by 3% and slower and faster training time, or 5% production efficiency growth and 2.5 output. That is easy choice. I'm going to take the output, please. And thank you. We can take some order stuff, but I'm not interested just yet, at least. Okie doke. Nice. Well, war's over there, so speed 5 time, at least until the war in China, and we'll probably be doing the war in China at speed 5. In all likelihood. 8 factories on importing oil. It is a lot. Maybe we could tone it down and spend them instead on building new synthetic oil refineries. In fact, I am going to do that. Let's reduce to 4. Right, yeah, that's not how you do that. There we go. 4 factories instead. We're still getting a lot out of them. And the way I want to balance it properly, so... we'll split this. What is it? D. Yeah, that's right. Oops. D is not working to split them. How bizarre. It's not capital D, is it? That'd be really bizarre. No. How about if I just exercise these guys? Can we stay stable on fuel like that? Current consumption of 600. We're gaining quite a bit more than that, so it looks like I can exercise at least half the fleet simultaneously. There we go. Should stay stable. 1,000 consumption, 1.8 thousand getting created. Yeah, we can go even higher. Okay, maybe we should be exercising these, but the thing is, being experienced makes them have lower damage and defense, and if they're not engaged, that doesn't matter. So they shouldn't be causing a problem, really. Split. Give me 5 more of them in there. We'll see if we can hold it. Yep, looks like we are still holding that nicely. And there is the war in the east. There is our new fighter, and we will immediately go on to the next tier. Unless we want to go on to Hinkle. Let's take a look here. Wow, that range. It's all about Hinkle. Are you going to get better range later on? Yeah, but not by much. What's the difference in terms of agility? Much higher agility. Lower air attack. Lower air defense on this side. Cheaper IC cost. Hinkle, welcome to the program. You're going to be providing our fighters. You can switch over to this, but I'm not going to upgrade the prototype because I want to put all that experience into Hinkle. You can, I think, take 1 more. And there we go. That's just about stable now, I think. No, you could still take a bit more. Okay. I guess with our new fuel techs, we're actually able to exercise almost the whole Navy. Maybe we are able to use the whole Navy, actually. I mean, the whole surface Navy. It's so close. Go on, then. I'll give you one more factory to actually keep it balanced. Nice. Okay. Without those tanks actually being using anything, they're pretty good. So, hey, Japan. I can send you 3 divisions right now. I will send you 3 of my finest infantry divisions. Ah, you can only handle 22. Okay. Well, let's give you 2 of these guys. And then switch over where the new guys are auto-deploying to, please. Good. How are we doing on deployed manpower? Getting up there. Getting up there. Send China their equipment shipment. There's a Chinese weapons deal, apparently. I don't recall being consulted on this weapons deal. Those 3 men. Yes, you 3. Under the command of... I'm just going to keep training Guderian, I think. Even though he's obviously not an infantry commander, I think he'll still get valuable experience. So, Guderian, take your men over to the great state of Japan. I'm not going to send planes this time because I want to save the fuel, I think. There's fuel refining. That'll help on that front. This is no longer ahead of time. We must absolutely acquire skills and training. Toot sweet post haste with all due speed. Okay, lessons from the Spanish campaign. It's complete. Great. That's a whole chunk. Nice, tasty chunk of experience there. Next up. Does this mean cap or is it flat? It's probably flat, unfortunately. We should invent the Enigma. Let's order the Bismarck, shall we? I don't see anything else desperately more urgent. That's for the Hinkle 12A/O. That might be what I'm inventing right now. No, it isn't. Where's the Hinkle 12? I don't see it. Hinkle 11. The Hinkle 12. The Hinkle 12. I don't see it. Hinkle 11. Am I crazy? I do not see the Hinkle 12 anywhere. I mean, there's this one, but it's not a... Oh, this is A/O. Okay, so let's stop that research so we can do this focus and then this focus to get the bonus. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to min-max this campaign, so sure. But this... I feel like I should go down this side just because this tree doesn't go anywhere, you know? I mean, this one... These ones are pretty good. But, you know, when it's 42, we could be running these guys, which are better. So, yeah, let's switch over. We will go with these planes in the end. So, I will want this focus, but it's not urgent. Military factories, straight up's nice. Civs, probably even nicer right now. Let's grab the civs, please. Volunteer forces have returned home. Good. You guys... Wait, what? Why are there infantry divisions here? You guys, head down here. You lot can just... go on to someone. You shouldn't have Guderian in charge. Guderian should be winging his way to just China, but I guess we'll send him once he's arrived back here. Good, and you can get your tank symbol back, as can you. Nice. They are still light tanks, yeah. Yes, that's a fair one. Decisions available. A bunch of them. Which are the ones that are actually showing up as important? None of them, really. Let's keep demanding increased Dutch trade. Have they done the next step? I'm guessing no. I am correct. But we should try and get that ahead straight up, really. If we can do so. That lead, I mean to say. Right. What else should we be doing? More light tank divisions auto-spawning? No, please and thank you. Cavalry. Don't want you either. These guys will delete when we can. The infantry division. we do want to tweak a bit, I think. I've been told light artillery is just not good enough, and looking at these stats, I'm inclined to agree. They are twice as expensive, the heavy artillery, but I think that's going to be, or the heavier artillery, these are mediums. The heavy artillery, I don't like. We don't seem to have actually invented right now, anyway. So I think we will be switching over to medium artillery in these guys, which is a pretty nice, soft, hard attack and defense bonus. It's a bit less organization. We will also be throwing in a little bit more in the way of actual infantry, I think. And I wouldn't mind a reconnaissance battalion or two either. I really like the idea of my guys being extremely fast. Yeah. 30 combat width is about what I'm shooting for. So let's go with something like that. We've got 5 left. We could add in like another RT if we wanted, but I don't think we need to. We will have anti-tank in all of our infantry battalions. So save that up. And now this is very different, which means we need to change our wonderful spreadsheet. So if you have absolutely no interest in spreadsheets, I recommend you look away now, because we are going to do some fun time spreadsheet stuff for the rest of the episode. If you're leaving now, fair enough. I'll see you in the next episode, where we'll be back into the action. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're here, contain yourselves. Here we are with the wonderful spreadsheet. So, what do we need here? We need Toad Pack, 24 of them. That's the same. Horse Artillery, 120. That's the same. 15 SFH. We need 48 of these now, which is a lot more, I think. Yep, 48 of these bad boys. Infantry equipment, we need... Sorry, infantry guns, we need 72, which is higher because we've got more infantry. Infantry equipment, 1590, no doubt higher. 1590, baby. Field uniforms, 2062. Oh, and someone told me the formula I can use to not have to adjust these manually. You have to use dollar signs before the ones you don't want to change, I think. I don't remember exactly how it works, so I'm not going to use that now. But thank you very much for that tip. You're very helpful. I will be using that in future when I want to modify this in a significant way. These, we need 130 of these now, actually less. Heavy machine gun teams, we need 144. That's increased. Up to 2 factories on that one now. Mortar teams, we need 120. 120, good. Cavalry equipment, 150. That will have gone up. No, it hasn't actually. Off-road car, we need 42. That's light cars. Yeah, already good. Support equipment, 105. Already good. Recon infantry equipment, no doubt increased. We need 4 to... where is that? There it is. We need 4 to 5 of those. Fantastic. And motorcycle recon, we need 150, which I don't know if we're even in this list. I don't believe they were. So, motorcycle recon equipment. Motorcycle recon equip. Okay, we need a grand total of 150 of those bad boys. And how much does one of these gentlemen put us back? I don't know if we're even producing any. Are we producing no motorcycle recon? No, there it is. It's now going to go here in the list. They cost us a grand total of 1.5 each. So at a cost of 1.5 each, if we drag this down, and I will just do this the old-fashioned lame way for now. Good. I'm not going to resort by cost because the factories are already in the correct order if we do it this way. So we now have at our disposal a total of 71 military factories, less 10 for these. 10, is that a tank? No. Less 10, you should be up here, because you are eventually going to be needed in the infantry. Yeah. Okay, so 10 for those, minus, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we've got 71 minus 18, which might already be this, actually. Now I think about it. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, that's how you do it. Krista, you put the equals between the 7 and the 1. 53 actually available right now. So we can probably go with 0.4 here. No, 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 no. 0.38. No, no, no. 0.35. Even lower. What was it before? I thought it was that high before. Are we going to reduce the numbers here? This can't be right. Was that one always 159? What was it? Hang on, let me just Alt Z here a bit. Previously, we were trying to use 77 factories. When did we ever have 77 military factories? We didn't. Did I not update this at some point? Anyway, it's not important. Let's just work with the situation that we have rather than potential mistakes in the past. 0.25-ish. So, what were we lacking on then? I'm confused as heck. I don't know. Anyway, 0.28? No, way too high. Obviously, I dare say. Give me an enter there, please. 0.265? Not quite. 0.255. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty good. 0.258. 0.256. 0.251. 0.252. Perhaps excessive. Get over it. 0.254. Good lord. 0.257. 0.256. How is it going up so much? 0.255. Okay, we'll go with that. That's fine. Apparently we're overproducing some of this stuff now. Oh no, this makes sense. This makes sense because we decreased production of some of these things as well. Okay, so yeah, less heavy machine gun teams. Right, sorry, I'm going to need to do this with this on the other screen. Less heavy machine gun teams. Less recon infantry equipment. No, same amount of recon infantry equipment. Less submachine guns. More infantry guns. No, infantry guns already at 2. Less towed pack, apparently. Nice. Less off-road cars. Yep. Less off-road cars. Infantry guns 2. Horse 2. Horse artillery 2. Support equipment 2. Medium artillery a bunch more, unsurprisingly. This goes up to 10 factories. Light artillery, however, goes down to 3, which is nice. Field uniforms goes to 7. Infantry goes to allegedly 13. I'm not going to reduce it. Motorcycle goes up to 4. Okay, I am going to reduce it because we actually need the extra factory. There we go. So the maths does work out in the end. At least it adds up. So we're going to need to import some more tungsten. Hey, Argentina, hit me up, my man. Okay, and there we go. All right. Thanks for sticking around. Those of you that wanted to see the mathsy side of things, I hope you enjoyed it. We are now producing a new, better infantry division here that will serve us very well going forwards. We will probably add in armored car battalions and maybe combat engineers as well going forwards, but we'll see about that. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.